Okay, how you doing, folks? Really simple. I have this idea of how we can lower the minimum wage, but in the same time increase your amount of money you will get every hour. Okay, what we do is we lower the minimum wage to 10 cents an hour for for your digital copies. So what you can do, um, the Alexa's. Imagine if instead of Alexa, you are in that box. So I mean, physically, like inside that box, they put a CV or memory of you, and you can be wherever. And when anywhere that has the internet and their internet phone, you are there. You can make calls. Cause the real you is on the supercomputer, all 1,000 copies of yourself. You know, people are worried, oh, you'll have to give the government what it would have all this information about. Well, I'd rather know that all the information that the government has about me rather than the government keeping it behind my back. This way I can make money off of my information, because I really don't like Facebook and Google and everything making money off of your information, because they know what you like, what you're talking about. Why does that money go towards them? Why doesn't it go towards us? They don't pay taxes, so we never see that money. They use that money and go ahead and get my income from the advertisements, and then they show us advertisements. Well, why don't we get the advertising money? The government. I feel I'm a citizen. I'm gonna become a citizen. I think the one of the things the American should give you 1,000 copies of yourself, all artificial, working on the supercomputer. I remember playing The Sims when I was growing up, and you have The Sims. We play real people. We can we can imitate ourselves and have ourselves answering the phone. They work for the government at 10 cents an hour, but then we could have them work anywhere else that has the internet connection. As long as there's an internet connection, we can go and just pretend to be there all day. And would you rather have 1,000 copies of yourself making the minimum of $2.40 a day? That's $240 a day before taxes. And let's say the taxes are about 50%. So you get $140. The government gets $100 in taxes. Wouldn't that be a good deal? That way, we'll cover it. Okay. That way, money from our being shown advertisements goes back to the government, not to Google's pocket or Facebook's pocket. we developed lifelong, and the CIA didn't think it would be a good idea to go, hey people, we want to know all your information. Go ahead and fill out this information. No, we're gonna give it to a private person and pretend like he designed it. And that way he gets all the money, you and the government gets none of the money. Even though your tax dollars paid to design it, we give it away. We have the ability, we can make electronic copies of yourself. We can go ahead and make 1,000 copies of yourself working on little partitions in the hard on the supercomputer, so you have 1,000 copies of yourself. Cause Republicans ended democratic slavery on the black people. The next, well, then and they demanded the Democrats can slave whites and blacks included. Now, it's not really about color of skin, it's about money and economics. And if they think that they can go ahead and tax the middle class, and they'll be okay with that, I don't think that would be a good idea. Okay, knowledge is power. The government has the supercomputer that have the ability to give you all the knowledge in the world, but we do not have free access to the supercomputer. We don't even have paid access. We have no access. Why don't we have access to the supercomputer? I want access to the supercomputer. You know, people was like, well, the government, okay, I'm a legal resident, so I think the government should be keep us protected and no longer take money from the middle class to keep us protected. What we need to do is you have to give us 1,000 copies of ourselves. You know, we have government cell phone. The government cell phone would keep track of where we are. We have access to our copies of ourselves that could go ahead and do research on stuff, so we know what is going on with the government, so we know what's going on with the global freezing they've been promising us since the 1970s. You know, I really thought we'd be in the ice age by now, according to them. But then I switched it to, we're gonna run out of ice. They're gone crazy. And the Nazis are out there pushing their propaganda, trying to get you to leave. My dad came over here from England to get away from the Nazi takeover of England. And it's happening slowly. They're trying to fight to get away from the Nazi takeover. Because, you know, the goal was to spread socialism around the whole world. That, you know, it was a world war. Okay, they were national, they were socialist. But he wanted global. The Democrats are socialists, and they had global influence. The Nazis determined that the Democrats were worse than the Nazis. They used a lot of their same rhetoric that the Democrats had. The Nazis took that. And now, when the Nazis came back over to America and to invade America, they sit in on the Democratic Party plantation as the slave masters. they're millionaire slave masters. If you go ahead and look at the family tree, a lot of people, you're gonna find a lot of people have stuff to do with Nazis and Germany and all that. The European Union, I'm pretty sure I see the whole European Union give away your power to Germany. That would be what Hitler wanted. Because of my disability, I'm on Social Security, just like if I was retired. So I understand why people want to socialize medicine, but I think that's the dumbest idea. For me to go to speech therapy, it costs the taxpayer $150 an hour. For me to go to speech therapy, I do not think that is worth it. For me to, if I went to end my therapy, it's $150 an hour. I paid into Social Security, but they're gonna give away Medicare to people who haven't paid anything into it. And they figure $150 an hour is okay for the government to pay to the hospital, even though it's really the taxpayer that pays this. Why don't we have the same insurance they have in Congress? If you give us 1,000 copies of ourselves, we'll have the money to pay for that really good insurance they have in Congress. We have the best insurance if we had 1,000 copies of ourselves. Think about it. Why give the government all the power and all the cameras and everything so they can keep track of you, but you're not going to be able to keep track of yourself? If you go ahead and let them help you keep track of yourself, they have all the ability to do it, so they don't have to go behind your back. They go in public and have cameras everywhere that record you and go to your own personal webpage where your lifelong partner your lifelong copy looks at it, makes sure, goes ahead and decides to put up. It's not really the image of you, it's could be your NPC character or whatever, your cell phone location. And go ahead, because I've been on YouTube and you just watch people walking around, or you watch street cameras, and you can watch a bunch of just random stuff. Imagine our cell phone, government cell phone, has a GPS tracker, it walks around, and on the website, it goes ahead, it displays your icon for your phone, which is just a copy of you, and it would go ahead and it's the supercomputer, so it's not going to be able to jerk you and stuff. It'll be able to imitate the walking and pretend to do stuff. Excuse me. Think about it. I'm a strong believer it's not surveillance if you have copies of it. I got cockroaches in my room. Okay. Well, okay, folks. I hope you have a good day. Remember, it's not surveillance if they give you copies of yourself. If you're helping them to get copies of you, they're producing your own personal security system in your cell phone. It goes ahead and can be an always-on device that your audio is transmitted to your supercomputer, so you can just talk out into the random air, and we'll be there to get your information. You just blurt out whatever. You know, when you hear these Democrats talk, you can go ahead and get all the information right there on the spot. Because I've been hearing them, and I just see lies coming from everyone. Most of them are on the Democrat side right now. But in the past, I've seen it on the Republican side. I'm a strong believer in the Nazis came over here on the Republican with Prescott Bush. And they started in on the Democratic plantation. Okay, but Prescott Bush, as far as I understand it, he dealt with the Nazis, and he was accepted to Nazis and came over here. Operation Paperclip was their invasion plan, because they knew they couldn't come over here and defeat the conservative. Because everyone who tells you that the Nazis were conservative is crazy. Yeah, they were natural, but they were globalists. They wanted the whole globe to be socialism. And not just like, not Christian, like, go ahead and help your neighbor socialism, like satanic socialism, where we're gonna take from you and force you to help out other people. Not because you want to help other people, because you're told you have to. That is a big problem. Okay, well, have a good day, folks. Bye.